because people don't know what the name of the video is at all. So when you find it, just give me the name of it so they can see what it is.
Okay,
what's your name? I don't even know your name.
My name is Avi. Avi, what's your name?
Soncerae.
Okay, nice to meet you.
You're not gonna remember that. So listen.
Soncerae. You say Sasha?
Soncerae.
Soncerae, yeah. Well, so I'm trying to figure out, how do I go to the videos? I'm so like, I do not do YouTube at all, so this is so weird. I'm trying to figure out, no, to the videos that, you know, where it says like continue watching, because that's how I would find. How do I get to that?
I don't even know.
I'm so like, I don't do YouTube at all. This was my very first time even making a YouTube video. I've never made a video on YouTube ever.
Oh my God. What possessed you to even date him is my first question.
First of all, he would not leave me alone. He just wouldn't. And it was like, okay. I was thinking that maybe since I went through such a terrible relationship just last year, that maybe I was blocking good people out. So I'm like, well, let me not do that this time, because this might be somebody that can be good for me, but I'm pushing him away because of what I went through myself. So initially, that's why I was celibate, single and celibate for 15 months. That is a long time. And I held on. Oh, is this the one right here?
Yeah, I want to know what video, because everyone's like, what video was he talking about her? Because they think he just randomly came out of nowhere just talking about him.
I would never do that. This happened 2.5 weeks ago. I would never do that. I would never do that.
They just think you want to expose him just because you're trying to be evil, but that's not the case. He said something about you.
He said multiple things about me multiple times. Like, even if you go look at his Facebook page, there's like stuff about me on his Facebook page. And for the most part, I ignored it. But don't make YouTube videos about me. Okay, I think it's this one. It's like Brad Kavan, I guess, versus his 3 accusers.
What is his name? Brad Kavan? Is he white? The white guy?
Brett Kavan. I have no idea who that man is. Well, yeah, he's a white guy. And apparently 3 women are accusing him of doing something. So, like, the video was so long that I'm assuming that the part where he was speaking about me actually got cut off. But I'm sure it's on his website, because whatever does not get uploaded to YouTube, it always ends up on his website. So I'm like, I'm sure it's there.
How long did you date him?
For about only 3 months. It was like so short and fast.
So short
and fast. Like,
why did you trust him though? Do you feel like you dated him long enough to do what? You know, to trust him, to take your celibacy, because you let him.
I mean, do you ever trust? It's like, do you ever trust anybody? Like, no, I don't feel like I knew him long enough for that. No, I don't.
Yeah.
It's just like when okay, for instance, so when I first met him, and what I did do is I did not go to his YouTube channel. I did not do that, because like I told you, I'm not a YouTuber. Like, if you go look at my channel, I have one video that I just made yesterday. I don't go on YouTube unless I'm listening to music. So what I did do is when he told me, like, yeah, I'm a public figure, I would never lie, I would never do this, I would never do that, I Googled him. I looked him up on Google. And that's how I found out his real age. And I'm like, well, you are not 35 like you said you were.
Yeah, that age gap is ridiculous. Like,
he told me he was
significantly older.
Yeah, he is.
But when you found out, you still stuck with him. Why? For what?
Because he's like, okay. I'm like, okay, why'd you lie? I give him a chance to redeem himself. And his answer was, you know, Tom be kind of sharp with his words, which is where I messed up at, because I'm sharp too. But I was like, dang, like, ultimately it was his age. Like, him being 43, I'm like, okay, well, maybe he's not lying about certain things. But when I asked him why he lied about his age, he was like, oh, it's because, you know, I really wanted to be with you, but I thought that if you knew how old I was, you would not give me the time of day. Which to a certain extent makes sense. Like, a man of his age, you know, that likes to date younger women, you assume that a younger woman does not want you because you're as old as you are. But me, I don't care about a person's age. I mean, I've dated all types of older men, but I mean, that was his answer. Just the fact that he thought that if I knew how old he was to begin with, that I would not have allowed him the opportunity to get to know me, which is actually true. When he told me that he was 35, I said, I'm looking for someone a little younger than that, because at the time I was. So even him being 35 to me was an issue.
It should have been. I mean,
it was an issue. I was like, I'm 25, but I was like, okay.
25, and
It's
he's
just
43.
he's 43. But even when I thought he was 35, I'm like, that's a little older than what I'm looking for, because I'm just at a different space right now. Like when I was a little younger, it was fine to date older dudes, but now I'm like, I want kids, I want a family. I can't have kids with somebody who's that old, is what I was thinking at the time. Like, I don't want anybody that old. He can't even have kids.
I heard you say that you drove from Vegas to Arizona after
With
two
him.
days of knowing him to go to his house.
Yeah.
What made you feel comfortable to drive that far to his home?
Tommy is ultimately, he is a cool individual. Like if you know him on a personal level, he's very cool. Like he makes you feel so comfortable. He's cool, he's funny, he's smart, he's caring, he's loving. Like he's a big old teddy bear. Like in reality, he's a big teddy bear. So I just felt like comfortable, and I'm like, you know what? Chances make champions. Let me just, you only live one time. I never done it before, and I'm like, like I said, I put a block on so many things that I felt like I missed out on some good relationships because of that. So I just tried not to do that. So I'm like, let's take a chance. The whole world knows who you are. So if something happens to me, they know you did it.
know,
like
right?
he's not a regular person. So I'm like, okay, like really, what is he gonna do to me? I'm like, okay, whatever. Just do it.
I did tell everybody that when he and I would talk privately, like the last time we spoke, where I told you he did the interview while I was pregnant. When we were privately talking, he was so cool. Then when that camera came on,
he's different.
He's
like bitches and hoes. I'm like, whoa. And you don't understand, like, oh, I had so many, and whenever I would have an issue with what he was saying, and then there's a lot of women saying, oh, well, if you know how he feels about black women, why would you date him? Well, the thing is, he does not feel that way about all black women. And to a certain extent, a lot of the things that he says is right. It's just the way that he says it is the thing. Like it's not what you say, it's how you say it, because I feel the same way too. Like when I'm walking around and I see women with multicolored wigs, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with her? Like I feel the same way, but I'm not like, oh, you a ratchet black bee. Like I'm not doing all of that, So it's just like the way that he just comes off very, very strong about it. I think that's the thing.
Explain to me the whole cleaning up his house thing.
Oh God. First of all, do I look like a maid? Like I'm not. Oh God. He is so sick. So I guess like when he gets caught in a lie, he will do and say just about anything so that he is not in the wrong. And so when I found out that he was in a whole relationship with Goddess, and I confronted him about it, and then she confronted him as well, he told her that I'm his ex-girlfriend, and that I now come to Arizona with him just so I can clean up his house. Well, first of all, there's no way. I would not have enough time in a year to clean that house. Like it's filthy. Like every toilet is dirty. Like there's cat hair all over the place. He has not even unpacked. Like, to be totally honest with you, I unpacked everything in his house that's unpacked. I did it, except for like a few things. I guess his manager, whatever the hell he says she is to him, Monique. I don't know if you know who this Monique person is. I never actually met her.
I don't even know who Goddess is. That's my next question. Who's Goddess? That's going to be my next one. Go ahead.
Okay, well, anyways, but between Monique and I, we unpacked everything for him. He did nothing for himself. And even still, like half of his house is still not unpacked yet. That man has a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, like he has like 50 sets of sheets, like thousands of towels. Like it's just like crazy. He has like so many clothes. Like, so yeah. He just told her, I guess that was his reason as to why, because he could not deny the fact that I was there, because whoever created this fake Facebook page, which is so weird to me, they went and screenshotted posts from my page where you can see that I'm actually at his house. So he couldn't
tell the story about the fake Facebook page. What happened? How did that go from beginning to end?
And I'm actually going to pull it up, because there's no way that I would just do this. Like, let him tell it. I created the fake Facebook page, but I'm like, so I created a fake Facebook page and I wrote myself messages, because he does not know that this person actually reached out to me too, because I never actually said anything about that.
So a person just randomly from Facebook contacted you, told you about Goddess?
Yeah, what happened was they added me on Facebook. The only reason why I added this person is because, first of all, she was a woman. Second of all, her and I had like 200 mutual friends on Facebook. And it said that we went to the same high school as each other. So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe this is somebody that I just don't remember from high school. So I'm just going to add her anyways, because we have all these mutual friends. But I'm actually going to just pull them. I'm just going to go ahead and pull the messages up.
Okay.
Because they wrote me on Facebook. What was that, September?
And that's what made you just break things off 2 weeks ago. This person behind this account.
Yeah, because like I told, well, I'm just going to show you what happened. So this person, let me try to flip the camera around. Can I do that? Oh, I can do that. Okay, here it is. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, it went off. Okay. Oh, wait, no.
No, your camera. No, you cut your camera.
Oh, see, I do not know how to do this at all. I cannot flip the camera around. Is there a way to turn the camera?
Camera on your laptop?
There it is. Oh, no. Oh, wait. No. Oh, wait.
You talking about to show Facebook on your laptop?
No, I want to show my phone.
Oh,
I was going to try to show you the messages. Okay, well, but I showed them already on the video that I did. You probably can't see at all, can you?
Yeah, that's so bad. But you can do, let me give you an idea. You can log into your Facebook and do a screen share from that Hangout we're in. If you're doing
I can do that?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. Okay, hang on one second.
Yeah, you can log into your Facebook and show us the profile and click the share button in the Google Hangout we're in. And you can hold on to your screen.
Okay, I have to go to Facebook Messenger. Okay, hold on. Yeah, see, I don't know anything about this at all.
I'm surprised you ain't learned nothing from him because he know how to do all this amazing stuff.
Honey, but this is what I'm saying. His business was his business. I didn't want any parts in his business. Like, that was his business. I don't get involved in that.
Yeah, people think you doing it because you wanted clout and you were admired by his money and his quote unquote fame and all of that garbage.
Which is funny because anybody who watches his shows knows that he's spoken about me multiple times. He'll be like, yeah, my girl's gonna come on here and do an interview and she got big old breasts, and I'll be in the background like, no, don't tell them that. No.
But why would he say that dating Goddess at the same time? Would he be afraid that Goddess would find this out?
Tommy has a way of making it seem like most of the things that he says is a joke. You understand what I'm saying? He makes it seem like, which is so funny to me. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I can't help but laugh because he did it so many times. But like I said, I was even on his Instagram page. Apparently they had been dealing with each other since the beginning of this year. Like, he posted me on his Instagram page. He was like, yeah, my girl is shaped like the letter P. Look at her. Like, so I have no idea what their conversations were as far as me because I just didn't get all that involved in it, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have to log into my Facebook.
I'm like, how did that even go? Because I'd be supporting my man, watching his stuff all the time.
And which is what I was doing. That's why I asked so many questions. Like, he told me I was overwhelming because I asked a lot of questions. I'm like, well, who is this and what is that? Because I did watch. Like, I would watch and I would take notes, you know, because there was a point, like, when I finally actually agreed to do the show with him, he wanted me to do an interview so bad. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And so I started to actually watch what he was doing. Can you still see me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I can't see myself.
Oh, no, I can still see you.
I'm logging into Facebook Messenger. Okay, there we go. Yay. Okay.
This Goddess person. I need to Google this Goddess person. Well, and it's another girl, too. Some other girl. Brittany, no.
Oh, Bree, yeah, that's his new little girlfriend. She's 20. He got with her. Well, I don't know how long she's actually been his girlfriend because I've seen her on the show. And like I said, when I asked, he's like, oh, she's staff. And it's like, I just had no way of even proving that he was lying because he's surrounded by so many people all the time. I don't know what is happening with him. Okay, I have to actually. Okay, hold on.
I'm trying to open up this live chat because I know it's people in here that want to. Hold on.
Oh, the comments are always so funny. Like, just the things that people would assume and the way that people would try to back him up is just so weird to me.
Yeah, it's always
weird. I'm like, they're like, you're mad because he left you. I've never been left by a man a day in my life. Never. Not once.
Yeah, they was like, he's mad. She's mad because he dumped her. And
no,
I'm like, yes, I can't assume.
I'm not mad that I'm not with him. Like, that was the greatest thing. I've done that. I did that for myself. Like, if I still wanted to be with Tommy right now, I could. All I had to do was just sit back and not say anything. That's it. That's all I have to do is just sit back and shut up. But I'm not a sit back and shut up type of person. So I didn't sit back and shut up. I'll be like, excuse me, what is this? Who is that?
He scared a lot of women with that. He scared so many women off of YouTube and off of speaking up because of stuff that he's done to them.
Exactly. And then people want to try to bash us. I'm like, listen, if multiple women are doing this, eventually you just come to the conclusion that he is the problem.
Yeah, basically.
Especially if you see the kind of woman that I am. Like, I don't do that. That's not who I am at all.
This woman has her own job, her own money, and was doing her own thing before Tommy came around. So I
have my own place.
They think you're like glamorized by him being a quote unquote public figure. That is not why she dated this man.
I've dated tons of public figures and I've never tried to get clout off of anybody else's name. Okay, so I finally pulled up the Facebook Messenger. How do I actually get it on the screen?
Okay, go back to that Google Hangouts where you can see yourself, where you can see me and you. And if you look at the top left, you'll see like a
screen share.
Yeah.
See it. Okay, see, I can do this. I could do this.
You can click
Tommy, better watch out for I steal his fans. Okay, your entire screen.
Yeah, say show your entire screen. Do show your entire screen. And we should
I hope it doesn't show nothing crazy. You are sharing your screen. Okay.
Now click on the Facebook page so we can see it, because now all we see is your Google Hangout. See, now we see it. Okay.
Oh yeah, excuse my other message. Okay, so this is the page. So as you can see, like this is how you know I don't feed into drama. When this person first contacted me, I said, huh? I said, huh? And then they send the screenshots from Goddess's page, which actually threw me all the way off because I had never actually been on her page looking around. And had I been on her page looking around, I could have avoided all of this. Because it's literally right there on her page. Like she's posting in his house. She's like calling him babe. Can you guys still see?
Yeah.
So this is what's being sent to me. And as you can see, all I said was, who sent you? I have nothing to say to this individual. So then they're sending me screenshots of the post that they went and made on Goddess's page, which are these messages here. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? What do you intend to get out of all of this? And I'm like, you're a strange individual. I don't even know you. It was weird. Like the whole thing was weird to me. It just totally threw me off.
So you saying you think that was him?
I do, because literally what happened was the person then went and commented on Goddess's page and they tagged me in the comments. And I was like, unshare?
Yeah, unscreen share. So I can see you, because now it's looking at me. Okay,
okay. So what happened was they then went to her page and they said the same thing to her. They were like, oh, like the pictures that you seen them send me, they went on those same pictures and they commented under the picture. And they're like, oh, you and this other girl are dating the same guy. This is why I think he did it. No other person would do this, because if you go look at my Facebook page, I posted like 2 pictures of his house, but I never got on there saying his name. I never posted a picture of him. Nobody actually knew that I was with him, except for like him and whoever else he told. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And so they went on her page. They're making comments like, oh, you and this girl are dating the same guy. And the girl Goddess was like, oh, well, she's not here now. And so they're going back and forth, and the girl tagged me in the post. So now I can see all the comments, and I'm just like, hey, this is too much going on. Like, I don't want nothing to do with this.
Did he volunteer to take care of you financially? Or
oh my God, so many times. I've never asked anybody for anything in my life. I've been very self-sufficient, very. Put myself through college. I pay my own rent, pay my own bills. Like, Tommy is the first man in my life that ever paid my bills.
Wow, I'm surprised he started paying your bills. Y'all only was together 3 months. He was already paying.
Oh, I'm talking about like from day 2, because so I hated my job, by the way. I hated it, and I was already looking for an out, because I also cook really well. So now I'm a personal chef, thanks to Tommy for the cash advance. But I cook really well, so that's what I'm known for. So I was trying to get out of that job, but get into business for myself, which is why I was actually working the job, to save enough money to be able to do that for myself. And so, you know, when I met him and I was telling him like, oh my God, I hate my job. He's like, well, if you hate your job, then be my girl and let me take care of you. And I'm like, I'm I'm like, okay, this is a little weird. And so the day that I was actually really sick of it, I told him, and he was like, yeah, like he was encouraging it, like, yeah, you should just quit. Go ahead. Let me take care of you then. Go ahead and quit. So I'm like, you know what? I am going to quit. I'm walking out of here right now. That same night, I met up with him at the Bellagio. You know, we hung out, had some food, had some drinks. And then I got back home and he was like, yeah, I want you to come to Arizona with me now that you don't have a job. And I'm like, well, I will, but I need to wait until Friday so that I can, you know, wait for my paycheck to come so that I can pay my rent. And he's like, well, how much more do you need? I'm like, well, 500. Cause you know, I made an okay amount of my job and I was working a bunch of overtime. Like I was working between 11 and 12 hours a day, like just busting my butt to, you know, make sure that my bills and things are paid. And so I was like, oh, you know, I just need 500. And he's like, oh, well, that's no problem. I'll give it to you. So I'm like, oh, okay. Great. Yeah. And so I packed up my bag, went to go stay the night. And then the next day I went back home, made sure everything was paid for, packed another bag to go to Arizona, stayed the next night with him at the Bellagio. And then we got in the car when it was checkout and we left. Oh, which is crazy because I actually found out that he was in Vegas with Goddess and the girl that he claims is his manager, Rebecca. And so the morning when we got, it's so funny now that I think about it. Dang.
Wait a minute. I thought Monique was the manager.
Oh, he has managers. Well, Rebecca is his assistant then, is what he was calling. She's his assistant. Okay. The girl, Monique, is apparently his ex-girlfriend, which is his manager. I don't know. Just... I don't even know if she's a real person. I know that Rebecca is real because I've actually seen her, but I've never actually seen this Monique. I don't know if she even really exists. Like, Monique is probably Rebecca. I have no idea.
I thought she was helping you pack his stuff. Unpack his stuff.
No. Before, what happened was, okay, wait, one story at a time. Wait. Okay. Let's rewind a bit. When we were in Vegas and we woke up, like checkout is what, at like 12 o'clock? Well, when 12 o'clock, a little bit after 12, the hotel phone starts ringing. So I pick it up because I thought that it was the front desk. Like, hey, you guys need to check out. What's going on? So I pick up and I'm like, hello. And all I hear is heavy breathing. And then they hung up. So I'm assuming that it was probably one of the two women that he was just there with the night before. Either Goddess or Rebecca, because he was with them both. Like, I was just so confused. I don't know what is happening. And so,
who is pregnant? Hold on, wait. You're not pregnant, are you?
I'm not pregnant. Okay,
y'all didn't do unprotected because someone's in here talking about unprotected sex and pregnancy. I don't know why.
Yeah, because when we were at the Bellagio, so the first night that we had sex, he, you know, we're obviously doing a little foreplay. And then he's like, and you know, he gets ready to like put it in. I'm like, hold on, like, where's your condom? You know, because no, I don't. First of all, I don't know you like that.
You don't know him like that. Why?
I don't know you like that.
You know him like that
because I wanted to. Because I wanted to. That didn't have nothing to do. I wanted to. Like, he pulled it out, and I was like, whoa. He pulled it out. I said, whoa, it's massive. I was like, oh yeah, we can do this.
I'm mad that you saw his stuff. You saw his junk and was like, you know what? Forget it.
I was like, wow. I mean, it was like, boom. I said, whoa. I said, oh, like, you know, it was worth the 15-month wait. I was actually excited. I was very excited. I was like, oh my God. And so I'm like, you know, no, the thing is I don't have any regrets. I mean, it is what it is. Like, you know, you get involved with people, things happen. Like, and I don't wish any. I don't have any ill will against him.
She did not say that she didn't sleep with him without protection. She said she used protection, y'all.
Okay, so this is what happened. If they let me finish. He and so I'm like, you know, where's your condom? So he gets up out the bed, goes to his suitcase, pull the condom out, come back to the bed. For all I know, he put it on. Okay, it's dark as hell. For all I know, he put it on. Okay, so we go to sleep, wake up the next day. I go back home, come back that same night, and, you know, we're doing it again. And, you know, Tommy is really like, he's a talker. So he's like, you know, talking all this good stuff. And then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I'm about to nut in you again. I jumped up and I'm like, what do you mean again? I'm like, so now I'm panicking because I'm like, hold on, like, we just met, and for you to do it the first time and me not know, which is obviously possible. Before people get to asking questions, right after we did it, I rolled over and went to sleep. Rolled over, went to sleep. So I did not know. I mean, I got up the next morning, took a shower, went home, all the good stuff. And so the second time he's like, I'm going to do it again. I'm like, what do you mean again? I said, I didn't know you did it the first time. Like, we're having a real conversation mid-sex. Okay. I'm like, I didn't know you did it the first time. And I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Like, I'm not on birth control. It's been 15 months. I might be fertile. We should really be careful. We should be careful. And so, you know, he took it out and boom. And then he sat there, rubbed my stomach, talking about, oh, I sure hope you give me a son. I can't wait to have a baby. And I'm just laying there like uncomfortable. The next day, took a Plan B pill. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 10 and 12. Yeah, I knew he had 2 girls. Yeah, okay. 10 and 12. Because, you know, like I told you, I looked them up on Google a little bit. So I knew
he also supposedly has a son he doesn't take care of. So, some people say that. I don't know if that's accurate.
To be honest, I don't feed into rumors.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's true. I saw that myself, and I never even confronted him about it because that's just not. I mean, I put it to you like this: why would he take care of 2 girls but not take care of his son? Tommy wants a son. If some woman gives Tommy a son right now, he will be very happy. Tommy really wants a son. So I honestly don't believe that he has kids that he don't take care of. I don't believe that. But that's just. I don't know. I didn't believe a lot about him that was true. So I really don't know. I can't really comment on that because I just don't know.
Yeah. They're in here talking. So he didn't pay you. I don't know. No one spread that. He did not pay her to have sex.
He did not.
So I don't know who said that, but don't.
He didn't do that. No.
Make sure you go get checks for STDs. Please.
Oh, I've been there, done. Oh, I've been there, done. Oh, yeah, I've been there, done that.
Yeah, if you haven't done that already, please do that.
Oh, yeah, I've been there, done that, honey.
Did you take the pill the next day?
I did. I sure did.
How does this person, Monique Smith, know this?
Who is Monique Smith?
There's a person named Monique Smith in there, and she's saying she fucked him raw and she took a pill the next day.
Monique, are you the manager that helped unpack his stuff before I came?
I don't know. Is this her name?
I don't know who Monique
Smith is in here. She somehow knew that about you.
Exactly, because let me tell you something. So a little bit. So back when he was in his old house, he had like 2 closets, and the same day I got there, I kid you not, it was the strangest thing ever in the world. And this is honestly when I should have cut him out.
You said it in your video. Okay, I didn't know you said.
Oh yeah, I did. Okay. And so what? Yeah, but I actually found a receipt for a Plan B pill in the other closet.
In his house?
In his house.
Girl, bye.
And when I confronted him about it, he wrote me text messages this long.
Yeah.
She's lying like, oh, I bought it for you because I want to make sure that I had 2 of them just in case. And like, now that I think about it, I'm like,
oh, so he just keeps them on deck, like.
Oh, let him tell it. But like I told you, I've cleaned that house. Like even his old house, I would get up, wake up in the morning, I would cook and I would clean, and I never once saw a Plan B pill in there. I saw the receipt in the other closet, not his closet, in the other closet. I saw the receipt in there, but I never actually saw the pill. So when he said that, I'm like, I think you're lying because I don't think that you bought 2 in one day. Wow. I don't think that you did that.
Girl.
But I can guarantee you that every woman that he has sex with has taken a Plan B pill. And for those of y'all that had sex with him, y'all know I'm not lying. Girl, I know you took one too.
Was you in love? Do you feel like you were in love?
No, I cared about him a lot. Like I loved him. Like he's a lovable person, but in love, no. I've never actually been in love.
Do you think he was in love with you?
In the beginning, I do think so. I think so because he was just so like, I just don't think that the things that he did with me, you do with somebody that you don't care about like that. Like, I don't know if he was actually in love or if he just really, really loved me too. Like, I can't say that he was actually in love. I don't, because if he was in love, then he wouldn't have been lying and doing what he was doing. That's just how I feel.
In that video, you said when he was talking about you, right?
Mm-hmm.
What in that video struck a chord with you that made you that angry to go want to do a video about it?
Just the lies that he was telling, like, oh, I broke up with this girl, and then he just was calling me all types of hoes and talking about how I was a prostitute, like just lying about like who I am and what I am. You know, I don't like that. Like, you don't get to get on the internet and lie on me, you know. And then I guess he was doing it to impress his new girlfriend because she was in the background giggling the whole time. And he was telling her like, oh, I know that she wrote you the messages, but she was just mad because I treated her like a hoe and I treat you like a queen. I'm like, you treated me like a hoe? Did you really? So now I have to pull up the receipts.
Did you date at all? Did you go on a date beforehand?
With him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you're like, because I remember you saying when you guys had sex, and I remember you saying you went to his house 2 days later. Did you date at all? Like
we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we went to one of his favorite places at the Bellagio. They would like start. They had some really good sushi. Oh, they had some really good sushi. So, yeah, we went there, had drinks, had dinner, got to know each other. Yeah, we did.
So tell me, okay, so we talked about Goddess. Goddess is the girl that he was talking to from the beginning of the year. And this Bree girl is
she just came from out of nowhere. She just came from out of nowhere. Like, she actually came around when I was involved with him. See, the thing about Goddess is initially when I met him, I asked him who she was because I saw her on Instagram. He was like at a baseball game or something, and he was recording a live video and he put the camera on her and he was like, oh, they set me next to her hair hat. But I didn't actually know that they were together. So I just asked, I was like, oh, who was the woman in the video? And he was like, oh, she's an artist. He said, she's an artist. Like, I'm sure you're not jealous. And I'm like, well, no, I'm not jealous. I just want to know who she is. He's like, oh, she's nobody. She's just somebody that I work with. So I'm like, okay, well, hey.
Is your hair real?
No, this is not real.
Okay, because they're in here talking about your hair.
I could lie, but no, but I'm not bald-headed by far. And if you want to know why, it's because, ladies, I'm trying to go into business and I'm learning how to do nails. I'm learning how to do hair. I'm learning how to make body scrubs, but I got to practice on myself because I can't find any dummies to let me practice on them. They're like, Avi, you're not letting you in my head to play, so I got to play on myself. So, yeah.
Okay,
this is my second time.
Do you think that the stuff that he says about hair-headed hooligans and dark-skinned women and single mothers and all of that stuff that he says negative about women, when did you definitely find out he was doing that stuff? Like, when did you find it out?
Immediately.
Oh, so you well, why would you date him?
Oh, you meant when did I find out what he was saying?
Yes.
Oh, I found that out when when I got to Arizona. When I got to Arizona, because I was just seeing like I told you, I never actually had watched his show. But when I got there, obviously I was sitting right there when he was streaming. And I was just like, what the hell is going on? I'm like, no. It's like, you really shouldn't say that. Like, even though, like, for the most part, what he is saying is true to an extent. You just don't, like I said, it's just what you say. It's how you say it. But I mean, as far as like, the thing is, he's living a lie because Tommy does not care about dating a dark-skinned woman, obviously. He does not care about that. He does not care about dating a woman that wears weave. As long as you don't do it. I think his thing is that he don't like it when you do it like excessively, you know?
Okay.
Like, this is nothing. This is nothing. It's not like all super long. Now, if you got it all down to your butt, then that's like something different. Like, okay.
I think it's embarrassing after it's too long or if it's too colorful.
That's my thing. Mm-hmm.
Or if it looks like a wig, or
exactly,
I don't know, it's no longer classy after that. Mm-hmm. I think his issue with black women is class, whether a woman is classy or not.
Exactly.
But at the same time, here's what I don't understand: he claims to not like hoes either, and it seems like the women that his track record of women that he's dated, they have been either models or dancers. I think the only woman who he dated who wasn't that was like some white chick named Lana. Now, you, on the other hand, the first thing people asked me was, were you a stripper or a porn star or escort? Are you any of those?
No. I wish. Maybe I should try it out. I should go try to get at the club real quick. I'm gotta go see who's hiring because, you know, like, bills are due. No, I had like I got a pair of steel toe boots upstairs. I got my hard hat from the job I just worked. I was working a very hard job, like really like working a hard job, very, very hard.
Well, I'm glad you. Here's what disappoints me about the entire situation. I wish you would have left him when you found out that he was doing this type of thing, because Any
Which
man
type
you
of
could,
thing?
the stuff
Which
that he was
one?
saying, all of the stuff that he says and does on YouTube all day, every day. I don't see
Yeah.
how any woman could be attracted to him after watching him and listening to him. I don't understand
This
it.
is this is how it was. Like when I really actually found out the depth of it and it became disgusting, I was beating myself up. I was like, oh my God, like it was kind of too late. I'm like, I kind of need him to pay my rent this month. Like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I was like, it's like it was kind of too late. I was like borderline stuck. And I'm like, oh shit.
Like, yeah. Because I would be embarrassed if my man was saying these type of things about women, even if he's not talking about all women.
It was embarrassing, which is the
If he
reason why,
does,
like I said, if you go look at my Facebook or like my Instagram, there's his name is not on there. There's not a picture of them. Like I posted pictures of his house, but I never actually put him on there. And then that was another thing when he wanted to, when he initially wanted me to go live with him, I had just got braids because I did a photo shoot for my friend, and so she braided my hair. It was really really cute too. But I had like what do you call them? I had box braids. And so I was telling him, I'm like, no, I'm not going to go live with you because all you do is sit there and talk about women that wear weave. You can't put me in front of the camera with box braids down to my butt.
right.
That's hypocritical. He's like, oh, nothing's wrong with braids. Nothing's wrong with braids. That's like a natural black girl style. I'm like, okay, well, I'm still not going to do it.
So he cares about if it doesn't look like it's
if it does not look like it's yours.
Oh, okay.
Which is understandable because, like I said, if I see a girl walk around with green weave, I'm like, what the hell? That's not.
Because I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
Like, okay, but he does understand it, and he'll admit it himself. He's admitted it even to me. Like the weave is not an issue because, first of all, especially black women, our hair needs a break from the heat, from the pool. Like, so it's okay to sometimes put a weave in or wear braids. He said that himself, so it's okay. But if every time I see you, you're wearing weave or something, it's like, okay, what's going on? Like Tommy, like the day I met him, he's seen me with my real hair since day one.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, like you see me with my real hair, I have no problem. Like he's seen my hair wet and curly and all the wet and wavy stuff that I got going on. He's seen it. Like there's no shame.
Marie talking about something. Your weave is blended well.
Thank you. So I did a good job. I mean, a lot of, like, not all of it is fake. It's like, I got like this portion is real, like some in the back. Like it's not all, but I was just trying. But it's like, okay. For somebody that has no hair, he has no room to talk about anybody's hair. He's bald headed.
He's bald headed. Right? You a fool. You are a fool. So here's what I want you to tell me before you go. So what other qualities, other than the ones that you said, positive qualities that you liked about him the entire time that you can say other women, could easily fall for him for? Because I still don't understand why any woman, because I only see him from one way.
Yeah.
We only see one side of him. So what's the other side of him that you think is very attractive that women in general would like?
He's very attentive, like very attentive. Like if you're at his house, he'll make sure that, see me, I'm a woman that cooks, so he never actually have to do this for me except for like once. Cause he's like, oh, let me just buy you something to eat. Like he'll buy you food. He'll he's a real good cuddler. He's like a big teddy bear. Like he'll cuddle with you and tell you all these sweet things. And like, I want you to move in because I really like you. Like, I think that you're perfect for me. I really want to settle down. It's my time. Like, he'll just make sure that you don't want for nothing. Like you don't have to do anything. You don't have to lift a finger. Like, to be honest, that's why his house is so dirty, because he don't care if a woman comes to his house and just lounge around and sit by the pool and live her best life. He does not care about stuff like that at all. He just wants you to come and be free and be happy. Like, I think that ultimately he cares about people's happiness, which is weird because he's just a contradiction all the way around, because you can say that you care if I'm happy, but then you turn around and lie to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
So it's stuff like that. Like he's just really good at like caring about you and making sure that you're just okay and taken care of. Like that's all I can really say.
Before you found out that he said something about you in one of his videos, do you think he had a chance to possibly be able to keep you around? Like you could have got back together?
No, because like I said, don't lie about who I am. Like once he got caught in his life.
I'm talking about before that.
No, he lied about that before that. Because like I told you, there's messages. Do you guys want to see those? No, I shouldn't do that. I don't want.
Oh yeah, you showed those. Oh, you mean
the ones between Goddess and I, like the ones between Goddess and I, like her and I had a whole conversation via Facebook, and she was telling me that he said I was his ex-girlfriend and I only came to his house to help him clean up. You're lying, because I was just there for Memorial Day weekend, which was just the week before me and him broke up. So, and then you just said I love you, babe, the night before that, and then you were just sending me money through Cash App 2 days before that. So how am I your ex-girlfriend? So I don't like the fact that he lied about my existence to another woman once he got caught. So it was too late at that point, because you literally lied.
Wow.
And like, no, like I don't deal with that. Like, I'm not going to play second to no woman, or I'm not going to be around no man who's involved with multiple females. That's just not how I get down at all. Like if I share a man with a woman, it's because I want to. Like, if I want to have a threesome, okay, we can do that. But not like relationships and, oh, I got you over here and I'm lying to you, and I got you over here, I'm lying to you too. Like, no. Ultimately, he is too much of a liar to even want to take him back. Now, I did play games with him like, oh, when you're ready for a real woman, let me know. Like, just playing mind games the same way he did in the end. But no, because I can never trust him ever. Because I found out that all the women that you had in your house, who you were supposedly shooting a movie with and doing all these things with, you were actually having sex with them. So no, I can literally never trust you, because every time you're around a woman, I'm going to assume the worst every single time.
Dondia Roberts said, that's not what he says on YouTube. He says that women have to clean and cook and do something besides have sex. But apparently that's not true, because you just said he don't care what you do as long as you living your best life by the pool. Basically, he didn't require much from you.
There's one video, and I wish that I can pull it up. There's one video where he actually got on there, and his house, like, if you watch his videos and he's walking around his house, you could literally see that he has thousands of boxes packed up still. There's shit all over the place. And, you know, the live comments are like, oh, why don't you get that girl to clean up? He's like, oh, she don't have to do it. Like, I don't require that. She does not have to do it, because somebody else would do it if that's the case. It's just not that serious. Tommy does not care about that. And cooking, like, he even said himself to Goddess, like on one of his live videos, he said, as long as I've been knowing you, you have not cooked for me, not once. And she said, oh, that's because you're picky. He said, that's not true. I'm a foodie. So for somebody to say that, that's a lie. Tommy does not require that. Every time that I cooked for him, he was just completely amazed. He was like, I can't believe that you took the time to actually even do this. He said, you will be amazed how many women come to my house and they just lay by the pool, or they lay in his bed and, excuse me, but he said they sit in his bed and wait for dick all day. Wow. Not me, because I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to do exactly what I do at my home. When I wake up in the morning, I put some music on, I start cleaning up. There's nothing to clean, but I vacuum floors, I wipe walk, like just random stuff to keep myself busy in my home all day. So if you're working 8 hours a day in your home and I'm here, the least that I can do is get up and do things that need to be done. After you're sitting in that chair all day, I know you don't feel like doing your own laundry. I know you don't feel like cleaning up your kitchen. I know you don't feel like getting up and cooking. So the least I can do is do it, since I'm doing nothing all day, basically. You get what I'm saying?
Everyone, listen, she has a YouTube channel, okay? But she's not a YouTube person. She's only posted her first video.
My first video.
Hours ago. So everyone's like, what's her YouTube? Give me her YouTube.
I'm not a YouTuber, guys, but I can be.
Yeah, they're saying that you should. I think you should try it. I mean, you have a great personality. It isn't like you suck. You know what I mean? I could see why you want to date you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm a ton of fun. I'm funny. I'm smart. I'm a college student. I mean, I've been going to school for criminal justice for 7 years now, and I'm getting my bachelor's degree in I'm like 5 months away now. So
you guys, you can't post her YouTube because she doesn't have a L or anything yet. So I can't post her YouTube. They're like, post her YouTube. I'll try to find a link to one of her videos and put the only video she has, and I'll put it in the comment section once we get off the live stream. And then what is this? Subscribe to her channel.
Do they need my YouTube name? I mean, to be honest, I barely know how this works.
YouTube name. Yeah, put your YouTube name in the chat, and then you guys can go and.
I can't see the chat. See, I really don't know what I'm doing. Where's the chat?
You gotta look.
I can't even see people like her.
Like, look at the video from YouTube, like you're watching a regular video, and just go find my channel. Just put in Soncerae. Put SONCERAE.
Okay.
And then you'll see us.
Okay.
It'll say I'm live. and then you just put in, you'll see the chat running like a regular video. But
Okay. Oh, I see it.
I think you should get a YouTube and, just talk about what you want on there. You ain't necessarily got to talk about Tommy, but.
Oh, I'm not talking about him. I have nothing else to say about that man. I just wanted to clear the air because, like I said, he got on the internet and he's saying stuff about me on Facebook and YouTube. And okay, so my YouTube name is Miss Liz.
Oh, yeah. Let me take that back. Don't do a YouTube channel. You're in school for criminal justice. You got something you want to do. Doing a YouTube channel and being a public figure can interfere with your regular career. So don't do that.
To be honest, after I'm done with my criminal justice, because I started that very long ago, like I said, it's been like 7 years now. So I don't actually want to be in that field, but it makes no sense to stop in the middle of my degree. So once I'm done getting my degree in that, I'm going to hold on to it for dear life. And then I want to go to school for real estate.
Oh, well,
if I don't have my restaurant up and running by then, because I just started looking into buildings and commercial buildings to try to get just a small restaurant so that I can do really good business. Because right now I'm a private chef. Like I take orders, like people put in orders all day long. I have a menu that I put together. I do 4 days out the week.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday.
But Saturday. They make you a cooking channel.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking that, but for some reason, when people are in the kitchen, I get so creeped out. I don't like people watching. I don't like them watching me cook. It creeps me out.
You don't have to actually have a person. You can put a camera on a stand and just do your thing, and then come back and like do an audio over top and talk about what you're doing. I think try it, but you have like this amazing personality. You got to do something.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm like, I'm sorry that you guys have to see me act ghetto, but he just pulled the worst out of me because he's never seen me act like that. Like he's probably heard me say all of 10 curse words. Like I never say the N-word. I never call men out of their name. So it's like the fact that he even pulled that out of me is just. I'm almost ashamed, but not really, because somebody needed to do it.
Well, that's why I wanted people to see you this way. I didn't want them to look at you as if that was the only side of you, because you seem very kind, very nice, very smart. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted everybody to see you that way, because that's who you are. Just because you were angry in that video doesn't mean you act like that all the time. It's just how you were at that moment, because you had emotions. But you're really smart. You're not ratchet. You're not all this negative stuff. You're pretty decent. No. So tell everybody what your Instagram is so they can follow you.
My Instagram. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say whatever you have to say. So the last word you want to give everybody, so we can get off.
You guys. All I really want to say about this situation is, please don't make the biggest deal out of it. I have no intentions on going back and forth with Tommy on the internet at all. This was just the one to clear the air. I have things that I do on a daily that does not consist of Tommy, and I want to continue my life the way it was before I even met him. So let's just try to make that happen. You can follow me on Instagram, First Lady AV. Everything is spelled regular. First is spelled regular. Lady is spelled regular. And that's AV like Victor I. You can follow me on Snapchat, the Queen AV, and I have a Facebook, AV Bass, AVIBASS. And yeah, if you ever find yourself in Vegas and you need a good chef, you can contact me, reach out. I'll cook for you, whatever you want, whatever you like. I can handle that for you. If you need a good laugh, you need some advice, call me. I got you. Well, I guess I don't seem like I'm in a position to give advice, but to be honest, I am. I'm the go-to.
Say that about me. You just broke up with somebody. Somebody just broke up with you and left you with a baby. What you doing giving relationship advice?
Which is exactly why I can. That's why I can give advice. I've been through some things.
Exactly. So thank everybody for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you follow both of us on Instagram. And I don't usually do live streams like this. This is my first one. I didn't want to get on to do a live stream and drag Tommy. That's not what this was. I just wanted, everyone to see him in a different way, because we all see him as like this bad person. We don't know who he is behind closed doors. She was saying good stuff about him and bad stuff about him. And that's how everybody are. We all human beings. We got good stuff. We got bad stuff. And that's all I wanted everybody to see. I appreciate y'all watching. Bye-bye now.